What's up with the Raider Nation? It's your boy Raider Honcho, and I'm back with a brand new video for you. Alright guys, get right into it. You already know the vibes, you already know what type of time I'm on. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, well damn, subscribe to the channel. Hit me up on Instagram and Twitter, both at Raider Honcho, and check out redemptionbrand.com right now, pick up some of that fire merch. So I know everybody's gonna see that thumbnail and they not gonna watch the video. They gonna jump right to the comment section and they gonna crucify your boy. They gonna say he drunk off the Henny, he drunk off the Remy, he don't know what he's talking about. Understand something. The title of the videos is to get the conversation going. The title of the videos is usually things that I'm hearing about, and then the video I'm going to discuss what said title was about. So please watch the video before you get in the comment section and make yourself look stupid. Okay, now, we already know that Jeanty is the best running back in the draft. Yes, so when I say do not draft Jeanty, I'm not actually saying that. It ain't in no quotations with my name next to it. I just know that there's a conversation to be had of should the Raiders draft Jeanty at 6. And I'm telling you right now that we know the boy is special. I know some people are worried about the carries and the miles and the tread on the tires and all that other stuff. I get it. I am agreeing that he is the best running back in the draft. So don't come at me with none of that. I don't know none of this football shit, okay? I know. But if the Raiders decide to go in a different direction, if they decide to make a left when you wanted to make a right, if they want to make a pit stop in the wide receiver section or something else, I'm going to give you a list of names that I wouldn't mind to see the Raiders draft. So I'm going to give you 5 names. I'm going to go 5 down to 1 on my favorite backs that is not named Jeanty in this draft. All right, so please bear with me, okay? I got my notes. I'm scrambling all kind of stuff, but bear with me, okay? So on the list, and again, these are not the 5 best running backs in the draft. This is not that type of list. This is the list of if the Raiders don't draft Jeanty at 6, these are the running backs I think they might be able to obtain later in the rounds to be effective in the NFL. Okay, so let's go. Number 5. We know, I already talked about this on my live stream, I'm going Jaden Blue from Texas. Okay, something's wrong with his height and weight because some places have him at like 6'1", but I think he's more about 5'10", 190 pounds, but we know that he is a speed demon. Runs a 4.3 40. I think that he has great speed. He can catch out of the backfield. He runs route like a damn wide receiver, in my opinion. So the way the NFL is going, to have a guy that you could use as like a joker or an X factor like Gruden used to have out there, to have a guy you can line up and get mismatches with linebackers and stuff like that is something at a premium in the NFL. I can see a space for him to be able to do that and develop. He's great on the wheel routes. He's great on the angle routes out of the backfield. You need that. You're going to need that. You know what I'm saying? So I think Jaden Blue is a guy that obviously I'm not taking early, and he does have some question marks with his weight and his ability to take on contact and stuff like that. Ball protection, his pass protection. Yes, he has to work on things. So again, I'm not saying he's better than Jeanty. I'm just saying he's a name that I will look out for. So that's number 5. That's Jaden Blue. Okay, now, keeping the list moving. Number 4 on my list of running backs that I can see the Raiders drafting that aren't Jeanty. I'm gonna go with DJ Giddens, Kansas State. Everybody knows the guy. Everybody knows that he can move. He's 6 foot, 212 pounds, still runs a 4.4 40. So he's big, strong, and fast. He's a super patient runner. That's what I like when I see the tape, when I see the highlights, when I watch his gameplay. I can see that he's a patient runner. When we say slow to, fast through, he is the epitome of that. He stays patient, he lets his blocks develop, and then he makes his move right off the hips, man, explodes through the hole. He can do what he got to do. Now, I love his vision. Doesn't have a lot of fumbles. I think he only has like 1 fumble in the last 2 seasons. So ball security, which was an issue for Jaden Blue, is not going to be an issue for DJ Giddens. So this is a back that I think, as a patient runner with great vision, and he has the prototypical size, I think this could be a good pick for the Raiders if they want to go that route. And I said if. Now, keeping the list moving, I'm going to go to number 3. Number 3 on my list of running backs that I can see the Raiders drafted, not named Jeanty, and I'm not saying they're better, but if they decide to go another route. Now, number 3 on my list, Jordan James from Oregon. Now, he's not that big of a guy, okay? You're talking about 5'9", but he's not tall, but he ain't small. Because he's 5'9", over 200 pounds, runs a 4.5, which is fine. Josh Jacobs ran like a 4.6, if I believe. I could be wrong. I'm not trying to compare the two, but I'm just saying, okay? Runs a 4.5, okay? He is really good at stopping and going on a dime. So now, if you think about the 3 people I named, they all have something a little bit different, right? He is really good in small spaces, stop and go at the drop of a hat. The boy can get up and go and get the engine going, okay? So I like that in running backs. Being able to stop here, go there, speed up. Barry Sanders used to do stuff like that. So He has the ability to change directions. He runs very violent through contact. He kind of looks a little bit like Marshawn Lynch when he sees somebody coming and he's lowering the boom on him. I like that physicality. You need that in the backfield, okay? I'm good with that, right? Yards after catch, he's good on those, right? Catch it out of the backfield, he can get going. He can make some moves. He can make some people miss. So he's going to get you yards after the catch, right? Blocks very well. He's not going to be an issue in pass protection. He knows how to block. Now, some of the downfalls of this guy is he doesn't have great acceleration, and he's not as patient as a runner like we said about some of the other backs before him. But when you talk about the total package, guys not named Jeanty, on my top 5 list, I'm going to have Jordan James at number 3. Now, let's keep the list moving. Number 2, and this is a guy that y'all going to kill me for, but I really don't give a damn. Okay, number 2 on my list of running backs not named Jeanty that I think the Raiders could get some value for later in the draft is going to be Brashard Smith from SMU. And I know a lot of you guys didn't watch a lot of their games. I didn't watch a lot of the games. But when I watched the games, there's a couple people that stood out. Okay, the quarterback, I don't know if he's related to Jaden Daniels. His name is Jalen Daniels. I don't know. But he be moving out there too. He's like a little bit of a poor man's Lamar Jackson, if you will. But the running back, Brashard Smith, 5'10", 195 pounds, can run a 4.3, 940. He's a burner. I believe he's a former wide receiver. So when he gets out there in open field, he's making moves. He knows how to catch. Former wide receiver, right? I like running backs to be a little versatile, okay? He's a wide receiver turned running back with great stop and start quickness while looking for daylight. So when I catch the ball, I'm looking for daylight. Where can I find space? He doesn't have to take a long time to get going when he sees it. He sees it, identifies it, executes. He gets to daylight pretty fast too. Gets to the second level quickly. Great hands and ball skills. Obviously a former wide receiver. Mismatch on the outside. You can put him in the slot against linebackers. They're gonna be in trouble. Put him in the slot against nickels. They're gonna be in trouble because he's actually a wide receiver out there. You know what I'm saying? So the downfall to him is he's just not that experienced as a running back, right? He's played a lot of his career as a wide receiver, so he doesn't have all the resume as a running back, so he would definitely have to be somebody that you work with and have to build him as a runner, ball security, stuff like that, how to take contact, not shy away from it, how to get the extra yards when you need it. You can do those things though. These are NFL coaches. They know how to do that stuff. But as a talent and as some value, I think Brashard Smith is somebody the Raiders could, go out there and target later in the draft. I don't know. But number 1 on my list, numero uno on my list of the top 5 running backs that I could see the Raiders drafted not named Jeanty. Pause for dramatic effect. I'm going with, this is actually my favorite running back in the draft. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you. That is Dylan Samson from Tennessee. Okay, I know y'all gonna hate it. I don't care. That boy can ball. He is a legit running back. He's only 5'8", 200 pounds. Looks a little bit like Josh Jacobs. Probably a little small. I think Josh Jacobs might have been 5'10". But this guy, I don't really know his 40 times. I don't think he has one on record, but he's fast. I watched him. Like he did, like the eye test, he passed it. Okay, he's a perfect one-cut runner. Now, why is that important? Because if the Raiders decide to go to a zone offensive scheme, which they have in the past, he is perfect for the zone scheme when he doesn't waste any movements. Okay, now he's slow to, fast through. He's gonna watch the blocks develop. He's gonna get through there with quickness. He scrapes right off the hip. We call it scraping paint. When you get close enough to your blocks where you can scrape the paint off them or take their wallet and then you're making your moves outside, that's something we like to see as coaches, okay? He's not wasting any time back there, okay? Obviously, he understands blocking schemes. That is very important for running backs. A lot of running backs are fast, a lot of running backs are strong, but if they don't understand the blocking scheme, they can find themselves in trouble. He understands blocking schemes. He's so smart when it comes to running the football. And I know that's underrated. Nobody really thinks about that, okay? He's not in a rush to bounce the runs outside. Like a lot of running backs don't see something, he's running outside. He's not doing that. He's going to let it develop. He's going to let the blocks develop, and then he's going to go to work. And then you're going to have a problem, okay? He has above average speed once he finds daylight. He's great at the inside zone. I think he might need a little more work on outside zones, but that's just because the way blocks develop in the zones, it's not confusing, but some people are just better at see it and go, one cut going against the grain. Outside zone is a little bit different because he's not the type of running back that wants to necessarily stretch the ball to the 7, 8, or 9 area. You know what I mean? He wants to run in the 1, 2, 3, 4 areas and then cut back. He likes to do stuff like that. I think the only knock on him could be ball security and his size. You might not think of him as a 3-down back, but I mean, look, we're not looking for perfection. We're just looking for some value here, okay? So the 5 running backs that I see the Raiders could draft, not named Jeanty, if they decide to go somewhere else: Jaden Blue, DJ Giddens, Jordan James, Brashard Smith, Dylan Samson. Get down in the comment section. Let me know what you think right now. If you like the video, like the content of the channel, subscribe to the channel. Hit me up on Instagram and Twitter, both at Raider Honcho. Till next time, as always, Raider Honcho out.